Hi, my name is Ajay. I'm a musician and pianist and teacher. I used to have a website, but I'm taking it down. I'm documenting all my blogs on the website in this video playlist. Enjoy. This blog talks about how I developed my online teaching setup. I started teaching online in 2017 with a basic setup, Skype and piano. That was it. I had a MacBook, but when I was in 2020 and everything went online, I didn't have my MacBook with me in the initial 4 months. Why? Because of course everything was shut down. My laptop was with my teacher Sonam, and her the access to her house was completely off because that was a heavily contaminated area, because there were a lot of hospitals in that area, so very difficult. So anyway, so she started using the laptop. I was teaching for the first few months on the phone, but then I started to develop eye strain. I was confused whether to use an iPad or a Windows laptop. I wanted to go back to Windows laptop, so I tried the iPad, but that didn't work out. Got the laptop in August 2020, and then uh, I started learning new things on that. I got MIDI setup. I got new softwares and all that. So let's take a look at how I went about it. I'm also reading this blog after a very long time. It took me this long to develop my online teaching setup. Last week, a music teacher asked me about my piano setup and how I managed to get everything on the screen like this. So I had a OBS setup where I have sheet music, virtual piano, and my face as well, and sometimes this for uh, video tutorials and so on. I could switch nicely between these views. So it took me a long time, and okay, like I said, when I was teaching initially and I was learning initially with Anurag, I had a basic setup where I was just the computer in front of me and the piano. That's it, basic setup. Then, okay, what is this? This is a diagram which talks about how is the evolution of. Oh, a few days before. This is not important, but basically, studio recital happened, then my recital happened, then first COVID case in Pune, then there were gatherings were banned across Pune, and then 14th March was my last offline lesson, and 22nd March lockdown was announced. So after that, everything shut down. Zoom was the hot thing in the market that time, and a lot of helpful teachers were willing to share their knowledge on Facebook pedagogy groups. Like I don't I forget the names, but like lots of teachers from around the world had groups where they were sharing ideas and so on. That was very nice. Uh, Screen sharing, annotations, whiteboard. So everyone was using Zoom actually. So we all went online on Zoom, and this is how I used annotations on Zoom. This was very good. Whiteboard on Zoom was also being used. Hunt for a bigger screen. So I had a MacBook, then I tried iPad Pro, then I tried. I did my math, and I was like, okay, a Windows laptop is what I need. So I got a Lenovo laptop. It was not the best decision, but it served me very well for 5 years. I learned virtual piano. I learned OBS. I subscribed to lots of teaching resources like Faber. Faber is something that I still use to this day, because they have a big library of music sheets and books. Streaming software, OBS. This was a game changer because I could switch between different views. I'm using OBS right now as well. MIDI files experiment. Uh, yeah, I have virtual piano software. Yeah, so basically this software that you can see whenever I play a key, the key lights up. That is because of MIDI. MIDI is musical instrument digital interface. Pros and cons of teaching online. Yeah. So pros are like, no, you don't have to travel, more flexibility in terms of scheduling. You can reach a teacher and student in any part of the world. Can be interesting if the teacher creatively arranges a group class and performance events. Cons, it cannot physically correct posture, hand position and technique. Sound quality might not be good every time. Internet issues can hamper the lesson. Lacks the feel of an in-person lesson. I concluded with I hope the solutions will come to this soon. Till then, teachers have to keep looking and be creative. And then I end with, if you want to upgrade your setup, get in touch with me. So that is it about this blog. Oh, there's one more thing at the end. The teacher I mentioned in the beginning of the blog is my student. Oh, she's also a teacher. She suggested me an app that was a savior last week when my laptop camera suddenly stopped working. So keep learning and keep sharing. Oh yeah. My laptop camera stopped working all of a sudden. So my student, I think it was Purvi, she suggested me uh, some app which makes use of the camera, phone camera, and it connects to the Wi-Fi, and I can use that as my camera device. But anyway, that helped me a lot.